Right, hello, and welcome back to the last episode, or what might be the last episode, unless we decide to take it further. To be honest, I was going to stop after episode 2 or 3, I think, but because I've been enjoying it so much, I wanted to carry on. So, first of all, I want to thank everyone who's joined up until this point. If you're new to this series, I would encourage you to go watch the first episode, but I'll try and explain what we're doing. So, we're creating a Lexer, and all a Lexer is something that will take in some input and break it down into tokens, logical tokens. In the context of a programming language, that would be something like if we said let 5 or let 10 or let Joseph equal or let name equal Joseph. Sorry, that probably would have been the best example. The general idea there then is that we can break down the input into kind of logical tokens, and we can use those tokens and parse them to provide some sort of structure to our programming language. Hopefully I've explained that fairly well. But tokens are something that are useful in different contexts, and I kind of explain or detail some of those in the first episode, so you can go back and watch it if you like. But I'm sure I'll probably mention it again after this. I've just realized I don't think I need this, so that'll be the first thing I need to do. Anyway, what are we doing? We are effectively, well, after last episode, it's probably best we do a little bit of a recap. So last episode, we created a few functions, few helper functions. We created isLetter, which is effectively checking if it's a lowercase, uppercase, if it's an underscore, for our identifiers. And, you know, what we also done then is we created a skip whitespace, and all that is doing, obviously in our Lexer, we are going to have, or when someone types code, for example, you may have a few spaces here and there. And we don't really want to do anything with those, so we just effectively say while there's a space, a tab, or a new line, we're going to skip that by just reading char, so reading the character. It's quite handy actually because, again, we don't have to deal with all the white spaces. All we want to deal with is the logical tokens. And then what we've done then is compared the identifier with our keywords. So for example, let and function and so on. Now there's going to be more that we could add here. We could add true or false. And I'm sure maybe one day if we continue with this, if people want me to continue with the series, happy to do that. But yeah, quite literally, if you follow along with the videos, you will be where I am right now with this series. And I've tried to explain everything as best as I can. In some cases, probably not as good as I could have. But nonetheless, you know, it's something that we are doing. I just realized I've had a line here, but I think it's because I've removed the line. Let me just try that again. Yeah, so it's because I've got this on GitHub. Anyway, so I don't think if there's anything else we've done. What else have we done? Oh, we added it to the case statement. So our nextToken function, we've added in our isLetter. So we're going to do the exact same thing now, but for an integer. And I didn't think we had to do that for the testing, but it turns out we do because we've got let 5 equals 5, let 10 equals 10, and so on. And then we've also got to add in our mathematical operators, which we've actually already done. Did I add? Was there any others that I needed to add for this? I can't remember. I'll have to double check on the book. Let's have a little look. So, right, we're doing this one. So it's let 5 equal 5, let 10 equal 10, semicolon, let add equal fn. So we've done all that. Left paren, again, another identifier. Yeah, no, that's fine. So we've got add then, that's all we need to do. Or plus. That's fine. Okay, I think we're in a good spot then. So quite literally, this is going to be pretty straightforward, really, I think. First thing we're going to need to do is create another function, which will be called isNumber, and we're going to return if it is... Right, now this is the bit that I'm not sure in terms of the syntax with C, but I'd imagine it'd be very similar to Go, so I'm going to double check on that a sec. So effectively we just want to say if it's a number from 1 to 9, 0 to 9, sorry, then effectively send back that particular number or return the number itself. So what is that? readNumber. Okay, so readNumber is going to be our function that we're going to create, but we don't need to worry about that yet. isDigit is what they've called it in the book. I probably will stick to that. We'll call it isDigit. Right, let's do that now then. But no, this is really exciting because once we get this done, we can run our tests. That's something I'm going to have a little think about and have a little look at. But it is something we're going to have to do. And once we've done that, then we are in a good place to actually finish this project if we choose to do so. Again, the whole point of this project was quite literally just to do the first test, but because I've been enjoying it so much, and because I feel like, there's people out there who probably want to learn a little bit about this, so kind of have a bit of an understanding. So at least I can give a bit of commentary on the book, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go ahead and buy it ASAP. Right, so I think that's right. It says, okay, of course. We got to do, is that right? I think it is. Yes, it is right. Okay, so that is our first helper function done. So what we need to do now is go below here and add in, we're going to return, it's going to be almost identical. I don't think there's going to be much difference. So let's see, we're going to do token type, lookup number. Is that what they call it in the book? Lookup number, lookup ident, okay. Oh no, that's not it, that's what we've done before. Lookup, what is it? Read number. Yeah, read number. Okay, we'll do the same. Why not? But yeah, if you guys have got any, suggestions for these videos as to what it is we should do to improve them, or effectively, just kind of, I think that's going to be the same as well. Const array or const. Can't see how it would be different. We'll call it number, and then we're going to pass through a size to length as well. Yeah, but if you've got any suggestions, then that'd be great. Size t length, and then we're going to do. Just realised I should have had this further up by here. I was looking at the wrong function. This is what I mean, but I'm stupid. Right, okay, we're just going to yank that, and in fact delete that. And we'll paste it up by here. Oops. Okay. Right, I'll try and explain why that is. I was reading the... it's just talking about, like, brain dead, like, just not even using my brain at that point, was I? Right, okay, we need to pass through. I was literally looking at the book and I was thinking, this isn't right. We need to pass through the Lexer. Right, so we pass through the Lexer, size t length, that is correct. Pass through a pointer. That's the bit that I was getting confused about as well. Right, this is going to be more or less identical, okay? So we're going to do size t position, and that is going to be equal to whatever the current position is in our Lexer. Then we'll do while, and we'll have to add that function at the top, the is number, sorry. What am I doing? While is number is digit L char. Oops. Then we're going to do read char. And then we're going to do if. It's literally the exact same. So if the length, then if length, then we're going to do L position minus position, and then we're going to return the size or the length. Effectively from input ahead. So effectively what we're doing is we have the position, which is a new variable we've created. We're saying, right, okay, that's equal to the current position in our Lexer. Then what we're going to do is just keep on reading digit, colon, read char, and then we're taking away whatever the position was, or what the position is now, sorry, to whatever the position was. So we're effectively getting the length of the number, if that makes sense. And then plus position. So I think that's right. That looks good. And then what I'm going to do is just so I don't forget, Why is that? Conflicting types isDigit. That's not conflicting types. I think it's just all errors because I haven't had, and I made a spell mistake as I always do. Position, great. Okay, should be fine. Just add a beer. Okay. Why have I got an error? Position. Incompatible. Didn't I have this error last time? Where have I got that? Let's compare it to the previous one. Ah, right, yeah, because I didn't. So we're returning a character array, so it'd be const char read. So there we are, that's fine. Right, okay, cool, that's done. Apologies for slurping. Right, so that's done now. So we've got our read number and we've also got our isDigit, so that's all taken care of. Now we have to go up to the switch statement. But we're not going to do it but there, we're going to do it by here. isDigit. And again, it's going to be very similar to what we've done before. So isDigit, L, char. So we'll do size T. Length is equal to 0. We're going to do the same then for our char array. Literal equal that to null. And then we're going to do const char ident. Is it going to be, no, it's going to be, let's just call it digit. It doesn't matter what we call that really. Read, wait. Why is it not recognizing that? Is it because read number? It's going to be read number. We'll do that now. Whatever we're after. I feel like I should change that to type. No. Probably don't even need to do that. All we need to do is token equals new token. And we're going to pass through. What are we going to pass through? Right. I think we're going to pass through something we need to do before, and it's to do with the literal, and we're going to do right, I think we just quite literally do literal equals str in duplicate. We're going to pass through digit length. Silly mistakes, man. Right, our digit and our length. And then we'll do this then. So it'll be stn toke would be I haven't got a token to pass through though, have I? Oh yeah, no, because for the previous one we can't really compare them because I just realised as well. Ah, for Pete's sake. Right, there we are. And then we're going to pass through here the token type, which will be token type integer. We got int, I have. And then we're going to pass through the literal as well. Great. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to get an error because... right. That's the reason why I got an error. And also because I haven't defined readNumber, which I'm going to do. I should just jumped. Let's do, and we'll do that. We'll go down here. We'll paste that in there. Right, okay, I think we're nearly there for testing now. So it's going to be a quick video, hopefully. Not hopefully, but you get what I mean. Just so we can get it done. See if we've got any errors. Moment of truth. I think we got everything there needed for this. Is letter. No errors. Okay, that's good. Do a quick check on that. So, yeah, we're creating a length here, literal, which we're setting to 0. We're passing through length here as well as Lexer. I wonder if there's a way that we could... No, there's not. I was going to say, I wonder if there's a way that we didn't have to pass through length. But... because we need length in this section, so we create it here. Like, what I mean is, like, could we just use length in readNumber, but it's required here because we're using strn dupe. Which, come to think about it, if I removed strn and I just did str dupe, do we still need, yeah, you still need the size, and not wait. So if I do escape, oops. Yeah, no, yeah, that's why. Okay, right, that makes sense. Okay, so strn, and I suppose just more safe than something I didn't show as well, which I attempted. I don't know whether I should show it now or if it would just be confusing, but strn compare is something that we looked at, and the reason why, in fact, I could just get up here, but if we go here, we do man strn compare. I think we looked it up actually, but it got a bit of detail about it here. So something we're thinking about, looking at. str company strn compare functions graphically compare the null terminated strings s1 and s2. The strn function compares not more than n characters because strn. Yes, you can imagine why that'd be good then. In certain cases. Let's see if we can escape. Right, okay. Right now we need to go to our Lexer. What did I call that? Was it? Oh, it's just a main.c file, wasn't it? Right, let's double check now that we got everything here, and then we can just create, because it's going to be the exact same again. So if I did yank, how many do we want to go down by? Is it 10? No, 9. So if I do yank 9k, okay, that was wrong. It's J. It's J, right. So yank 9J, okay. Slowly getting better. Okay, so that should be it then. I think it should all work fine. There's actually one more thing that I wanted to add in, but I can do that after. Oops. And I've got to change a few names here, so I'll do strn2. And I think that might be fine. No, okay, we're going to get a new Lexer, so we'll say L2 to... I wonder if, like, using a test suite, would that resolve these issues? Meaning, would I need... Okay, I did need that. Meaning, like, for example, I'm using L2 now and all things like that. I wonder if that's needed. Is that required? If, for Pete's sake, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we are. Okay, so if I do escape now, shouldn't get any errors. It didn't add a message, so if I do print f, and we'll say second tests have passed, and we'll do that. Let's add a new line in as well, I suppose. Right, okay. I'm not doing this. Okay. Right, I wonder if this will work. So logically it should. I don't see any reasons why it shouldn't. The only thing, because we got our plus, we should have all of these. It is a big test, so I do expect something to go wrong here. But should we find out? I feel like we should find out. So if I do this, and I do clang, I have to do lexer.c, main.c, main. Okay, it's been an error here. Okay. Did I do the wrong way? Can I just do main.c? Or is it just a genuine error? I can't tell. What's it saying? Skip whitespace referenced from nextToken in Lexer is not found. Ah, right, okay. I think I need to add that in our header file. So skip whitespace and nextToken. Are they up here? Space. Wait, nextToken, that should be fine. Oh, from nextToken, right, okay. So if we yank that, nvim lexer.h. Oops. Okay. Okay, let's keep that open, that might come in handy. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Right, I found the bug, but it took some time. So I think that should resolve the issue. I didn't have to do that. Okay, that works fine. I don't think it was required to actually include it in here either, so I'm going to remove that. And then finally, what we're going to do is go into our main.c file and take another look at this. So I feel like this is going to cause a bit of a headache. Right, so input 2. Let's just add something in here as well. So we'll do that. Okay, so this is what we're testing now. Let 5 equal 5, let 10 equal 10. So everything should be just fine because we double checked that earlier. We got length 2, L2. L2 is not equal. And also input 2 as well. So this all in theory should work fine. So let's double check and have a little look. So if I do clang main.c, lexer.c, then we'll do main. So let's do main. Ah, right, okay, perfect. Now, something that I probably will need to do is add in return token here and add in, just to double check this, because I had it in the last episode and I was double checking it with the person who had effectively created the one that I was basing it off. So I double checked with it and he had return token, although it worked fine without it. But something I'm thinking about, because effectively, return token. And the reason why I think it would cause an issue is because if we don't return token, we're going to advance to position once more. So what we could do is do something like this. So let's do that. And this should expose the bug, possibly. So let's do that again. Clang. Okay, it's worked fine. Now that's going to be second guessing whether or not these tests are actually working. just put in something weird like that. And oh, it doesn't even have to be that weird, right? Okay, let's just do let 5 equal, what could we put in? We could put in a full stop, we could put in one of these. So if I do this now, let's see if that'll work. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. That's stupid. Okay. Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a little look at this and see what the issues are, and then I'll come back. Right, okay, there were a lot of issues. So the first one, which I've already resolved, is, where is it? Here, right, okay, so I had the greater than symbol, which means the test won't even run in to begin with, but I changed it and I tested it, and the first test works fine, but if I go here, you can see that I've been testing it. So it first test runs fine, but the second test fails. And the reason why the second test fails is because I am currently running expected 1, or expected, which is the first set of input, not expected 2. So it's computing the wrong size. L2 has been used. I think that's right now, although I want to double check. Right. I think that's fine. If we can test it now, see what happens. Still got an issue. Function main. That's the downside to using asserts, is we're not getting much information. Token is not equal to null. Length 2, size 2, size 2, L2, input 2, L2. That's right now, yes. And next token L2. Right, okay, that's a massive lesson learned. Never copy and paste code, because silly things like that happen. So let's do one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I am not sure. So token type. Okay, so it's working now. Although, well, the issue is I'm not too sure there. So, did I? Oh wait, okay, let's go back to the initial. Okay, we didn't add this in, so let's return token. Maybe that might be what the issue is. Let's give that a go. Return token. And now let's go back here. And then try it one more time. Yes, right, okay, at least we know it's working. At least we know the tests are running now. Right, so if I run this now, it works, and that is all I wanted to do. That is it. I wanted to get a few tests, simple tests running, and we've even kind of passed that. We've done a few more tests, which is good. I'm not going to do any more on it unless people ask for it, but I don't think many people will, in all honesty, because I think this just shows proof of concept. You know, you can kind of add stuff to it if you want. Add in true and false and Boolean values shouldn't be too much of an issue. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and if you want any more content, the next task that I wanted to look at is maybe doing a JSON parser, maybe doing that on a live stream as well would be pretty cool, or just running through Lexer again on a live stream once through and getting people to kind of contribute on stream maybe. And then something else that I've been thinking about doing is playing around with some OpenGL stuff, which is more C++, but I wanted to get into that sort of that side of things. Let me know if you enjoyed, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.